Greetings! It's been a while, hasn't it, people? As you can see, we have a new setup now. It's been a while. We've been building the house, so that's where I've been. But now I'm gonna go back to making videos. And today's topic is very simple. It's why debates don't work. Now let's break this thought very simply. What is a debate? It's like when two people sit down and try to discuss a subject and reach a conclusion, right? Usually, you know, in a public platform. So, two big prominent figures or whatever sit in one place and then they go at it and they take opposite stances and they try to argue why their side is better or whatever, right? I remember going to my first debate competition, like out of the blue. There was a debate competition hosted by the Divan, um, a gathering of certain peoples in Kuwait. The competition was public, so the public votes on who won the debate. You're supposed to persuade the public, and I entered on a whim. I brought two of my friends, and we went there, and we had fun. Doesn't The event itself doesn't matter, but I remember the interview before the debate. So we come here to set the names, and they ask us a few questions, and I remember. They asked my friend Aziz first, why does he like debates? And, Aziz gave generic, engaging, fun, you learn new things, whatever. I don't remember what he said. It wasn't memorable. But when it came to me, and they asked me, why do you like debates? And I remember answering flat, I don't. And the first thing the interviewer asked was, then why are you here? Why are you in the debate competition? Doesn't make sense. And I'm like, because the only way to have a discussion in public is through a debate. If you're gonna have this in that format in particular. So I wanna try that out, see what it's about. And I can firmly say, after that, is discussions are 100 times better than a debate. What does that mean? So you sit here with a friend, an acquaintance, an opponent, whatever it is, and you have a discussion. What differs a discussion from a debate is a discussion is there are no sides. There may be, but it doesn't have to be. There is no you're gonna debate this side and I'm gonna debate that side. It's more of, well, what if? Well, you see, and then it keeps on going and going and going, right? So in a discussion, you can reach an agreement, a concession, whatever, right? Between the 2 points. While in a debate, especially a public debate, with a lot of people and two prominent figures, you're supposed to argue your point. I remember watching a video on the debate, or I guess you can call it a debate between Albert Einstein and what was his name? Bohr? Yeah, Bohr. When it comes to the particle thing, right? Whether certain particles existed or not, whether the true basis of reality was randomness or order, and Einstein was team order and Bohr was team chaos. Very roughly speaking, of course, and I'm not talking scientific terms here, just giving you a consensus. And there was never those people could never sit down and have a discussion on it. They had to have it in the debate style, which is, I think this is true, I think that is true, and we're gonna stick to our opinions and we're gonna debate. And 1 year later, Einstein would come with a new way to prove that his thing is better, and then Bohr would respond to that, and it would be like an intellectual exchange. And that's the main thing, right? Okay, you come with an idea in your head for a debate. Let's say, take stances: electrical cars versus uh, regular cars, which is better, right? And one takes the stance of an electrical car, one takes the stance of a standard fuel car. And both believe that this is the right solution, or that that thing is better than the other, and they have a debate. Chances are both are going to exit the debate stuck with their opinion. The audience varies, but like I've read studies that basically says if you tell somebody uh, their opinion is wrong or their belief is wrong, and you bring them facts, their belief strengthens. Now, this is an odd concept, but you can see it. Like, have you ever met somebody and then, they're a firm believer in the iPhone, and then you tell them about how the iPhone is all crap, it's inferior technology, blah, blah, blah. I've never seen somebody who likes the iPhone be like, oh, I should switch to Samsung now. It's rare, right? So, that's the way it goes, I guess. They stick to the iPhone and they find ways to refute you. And that's why I think debates don't work. That's why I prefer much discussions. Because, well, that's what it does. That's what it's going to be. In a discussion, you either agree to disagree, as long as it's, not an aggressive discussion, which have other names that escape me at the moment. You can reach something, especially if the two people are willing to concede. In a debate, you can't concede. In the debate competition I was in, you had to argue your point, and that's the point of a debate. Argue your point. Which is kind of bad, don't you think? Like, aren't we supposed to agree in the end? And remember, we lost that debate for the sole reason that I refused to, like, the
Hello.
final, I refused to back down from the stance I believe is true. Instead of trying to argue my way into convincing the crowd, I was trying to give my opinion and my consensus to the crowd, which came to an unpopular opinion. I think the debate is in the channel. If you look at the archives, like way down, you'll find it. That's what it turned out to, right? So that's why I think debates don't work. Sides, you have to take sides, and often, even if one is proven wrong, they stick to their opinion. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the issue. Like, comment, subscribe, share all that YouTube shenanigans, and I'll see you guys later.